Yeah.
I have to catch my dress. You know, these guys are they're trying to outdress us. Come on. Good to see you, contestant 01688. Please tell us your name and the class you'll be teaching.
My name is Abolaji. I'll be taking SS1 today.
What subject are you teaching?
Biology.
The topic?
Osmosis.
Osmosis.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Abraham, what is the objective today?
Just to look at the two definitions of osmosis alongside a demonstration.
Okay then. So if you're set up, you can either start your time or do you have slides to present to us?
Yes,
Get your slides out and then restart the time.
And start the timer. Top there. Just click on it, yes, and then reset. Start.
We're off. Thank you.
Okay, good morning, class.
Good morning.
Good
sir.
morning.
So happy with the class this morning. I got information from the principal that the CRS student went to complain that you're tired of biology. How do you get tired of biology as a subject? It's no problem. Maybe at the end of this class you might want to change your mind. I wouldn't know. But let us look at the board. We've got a picture here. This is a character in the Bible. CRS students. Who do you think this character is?
Moses.
Moses. I love that. Moses. IRS students, Miriam, don't feel left out. You can recall in the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Toha, talk about the Holy Prophet, Musa, peace be unto him. So Musa in IRS, same thing as Moses in the Bible. And do you even know the meaning of Moses? Can anyone help us? We have the answer all around it.
Drawn from water.
I love that. Drawn from water. So what does that mean? Anytime I hear the word Moses, water comes to my head. And that takes us to today's topic, which is osmosis. So osmosis sounds like Moses, and that means osmosis has to do with the movement of water. Simple as that. Wow. So osmosis is just the movement of water. And to a layman, to anyone out there, just tell the person osmosis is the movement of water from where there is more water to where there is less water. Simple as that. Let's look at this. We have a smaller container, which of course contains less water. And we have a bigger container, which contains more water. So water is going from where it is more to where it is less. That is osmosis. So we can divide osmosis on two bases. We have based on region. So based on region, osmosis is the movement of water from a region of higher concentration. That means from a place where it is more to a region of lower concentration. Oftentimes students confuse this. Is it from lower to higher or from higher to lower? Don't need to panic about that. Just work with this mnemonic. Healer. So we have H, we have L, we have R. So if I'm dividing osmosis based on region, it's always from higher to lower. Do we get that?
Yeah.
So osmosis is the movement of water from a region of higher to a region of lower. Simple as that. Okay, so we'll go to the second definition quickly. So don't forget, what is osmosis? Movement of water from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. And the next one is based on solution. When we say solution, what do we mean by solution? Quick one. Now, I have prepared this before time because I know this process is extremely slow and not fast. So we can look at this quickly. I've got just water here, and I've got a solution here. So of course, if I may ask, which do you think contains more water? Is it this or this? Which contains more water? This or this?
The clear seems to have just a bit more.
So in this case now, this is a solution of lower concentration. This is a solution of higher concentration. What is the basic definition of osmosis? Movement of water from where it is more to where it is less. So this is a solution of lower concentration, a solution of higher concentration. If this were to be drink, which would taste sweeter? This. So this is higher concentration, this is lower concentration. So what is osmosis? Movement of water from a solution of lower concentration to a solution of higher concentration. That can be very confusing. Just know, when we're talking about solution, it's always from what? Lower to higher. That's for the mnemonic slash. So if I'm talking about osmosis based on solution, it's from what? Lower to higher. But osmosis based on region is from where? Higher to
To
lower.
lower.
Simple as that. And that is all about osmosis. So as we can see here, this is a simple demonstration. Water moves from here to here. This is a solution of lower concentration. It is less concentrated. This is a solution of what? Higher concentration. So water moves from what? A solution of lower concentration to that of what? Higher. And based on region, there's more water here. So this is a region of what? Higher concentration. This is a region of what? Lower concentration. So on two bases, based on region, from higher to lower, based on solution, from lower to higher. So we have mentioned some keywords. Let's look at that here quickly. Of course, we can get some keywords. We have higher. So this can be played around. You can see water, you can see region, you can see osmosis, you can see this. And a keyword that we must never forget. If I didn't touch this, then that will make me a bad teacher. We must end every definition of osmosis with what? Through a semi-permeable membrane. Through a semi-permeable membrane. So let me just pick one. Osmosis based on region is a movement of water from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. And don't forget, osmosis is all about water, Moses out of water. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is why we are here. Let me start off with you, Dr. Christie.
Mr. Abraham, AA, you are a wonderful, sharp, cutting-edge teacher.
Thank you.
Accurate, smart,
D'accord.
sharp. Everything went well. I expected you to have taken us to that puzzle.
Okay.
Maybe giving us some puzzles to pick some words.
No, I'm still looking for. Yes, he is. It's there for us to pick. I'm just still trying to look. I can see solutions, bottom right.
Yes, I was looking for
or solution, if you want.
asking me to
Okay, all
some
right.
things.
Good solution.
Have you found any others?
Yes.
On the membrane.
No. Dr. Christie wants to find.
I wanted to
Come on to your something so that Dr. Christie she's engaged.
I see water.
Yeah.
You can see water?
Yeah.
I can't see the water,
I
but I'm
saw
sure it's
solution,
there.
Immediately he brought it up, so I was
Okay,
actually
looking for another one.
Yes.
Good.
Okay, and this can actually go diagonally as well. This is semi here, so this can be S-E-M.
Going backwards.
Yes, you can go in
Wonderful.
any direction.
Well, you see, this is the hallmark of a good lesson when your learners want to continue learning.
Yes.
So, I'm not too sure if you're finished.
In fact, I think I will follow him to his school.
What more can I say? Thank you, Dr. Christie. Mrs. Arafi.
Well done, Mr. Abraham.
Thank you, ma'am.
Abolaji. That was a very carefully planned lesson. You obviously timed yourself and you were spot on. And you were able to give us a starter, you were able to teach us something, and you were even able to give us an activity. So, splendid lesson. Well done. And I like the evidence that you teach with the learner in mind. A lot of teachers don't do that. A lot of teachers only think with themselves in mind. But clearly, you have the learners in mind because you're looking for learning aids. The mnemonic is a very good learning aid, something that will help them recall later. And then you are taking the time to explain the confusing bit. One is from higher to lower, another one is from lower to higher, and that's easily confusing. So you have your learners in mind as you design your lesson. That's very obvious. I do have some concern about the healer that you gave, which, talks about higher to lower.
For region.
For region, and I want to know how they will know which is which.
Okay, so
healer, how will they remember that it is for?
Okay, ma'am, I've made some letters.
Sequence.
So I would have used HLR, but that might be easy to forget. But healer is a keyword.
So the R there is what will tell them it's
region.
And then the slash.
Then for the slash.
S for solution.
So this is even
Going from lower to higher.
Solution, that is really, really good. The only other concern I have is the image in your 5th slide, because we know that you can't talk about osmosis without that semi-permeable, which you throw in at the very end, number 5 slide.
Semi-permeable,
You
the one that's got
can't talk
semi-permeable.
Yes, this one. You can't talk about osmosis without that semi-permeable layer.
Membrane.
This doesn't have a semi-permeable layer.
just to explain the
Transfer.
From
movement.
Okay. Since that's a key concept, the semi-permeable layer is and you threw it in towards the end, and I felt it's something that should be right at the beginning, so that they don't forget that. But apart from that, it's a fantastic lesson. Well, I love the demonstration. Well done.
And curriculum integration.
Yeah.
Integrated.
Yeah.
And the way he brought, when he started with the Moses story, I was thinking, wow,
Where are we going?
But he linked it brilliantly. Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much, Abraham, from your wonderful analogy.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, and to your mnemonics. All very good. As Mrs. Arofin said, you're teaching with the learner in mind. And even beyond that, you have an eye on the exam, because as much as we all like to say we're going to be wonderful teachers, the students often are set an exam at the end, and we want them to have good marks. And so you have to have your eye on the exam if you're going to be known as a good teacher, or not just one who is a babysitter, but you want to get them to attain, to achieve. So thank you very much for what you do. It's really wonderful to see you teach and to go about your business. It's enjoyable, and you bring a lightness to it, as if though it's the most natural thing to do, but that's just because you've planned so well. And as Mrs. Arofin said, that you've timed it to see that everything fits in place. So likewise, as Mrs. Arofin said, I have one or two concerns as well. So if you said to me, would I come across osmosis in real life? I think I might. I'm thinking of my car, but I'm not too sure. You tell me, in real life, how do we come across osmosis?
Okay, we can talk about how I've used the illustration of the diabetics, those who are having diabetes. Oftentimes they urinate more. Why is it so? In the blood, there is excess sugar. Sugar and salt always draw water to themselves. So that is still osmosis. Water is moving. So whoever is diabetic is having excess sugar in his or her blood and tends to urinate more. Why? Because the sugar keeps drawing water by osmosis process.
Okay.
That's the way it is. And even in fishery, you don't just take a fish from salt water into fresh water. It will die. And for the other way, it will also die. If I take a saltwater fish into fresh water, it means the fish has salt in it. And don't forget, water is always looking for what? Salt. So once the fish water goes into fresh water, water will keep entering the fish. It swells and bursts until it dies eventually.
For real?
Yes, definitely.
That's amazing. Thank you for teaching. Thank you for telling us. No, this is what the whole idea is about. We're learners as well. We're learners in your hand. Thank you very much. I think that's an example you might just want to work in to your lesson, maybe the fuller lesson. But you've given me the context now. You've got your big question. So that might have been your big question. You see that fish, that if I take saltwater fish and I put it in fresh water, it will come to some kind of demise. Why? That might have been your big question for this lesson. Yeah. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
Well done.
Thank you, Mom.
Teacher me, my teacher, my